Before watching the video, why don't you consider subscribing or liking the video? I make videos every Friday. So, well, I covered the original Star Wars Holiday Special last week on the channel. So I thought, what better way to celebrate Christmas than covering the brand new Holiday Special that LEGO and Disney Plus released about 2 years ago. This special is basically about Rey after episode 9 going to Kashyyyk to Chewbacca's family to celebrate Life Day, but in between she goes on a time traveling adventure across all the Star Wars films and shows as she learns thoughtful lessons about Life Day. Life Day being the equivalent of Christmas in Star Wars, of course. Okay, so what are the things I like? First of all, what I like is the characters themselves. I think the way they make fun of them is really nice, and also all the voice actors are great, especially the voice actors that returned from projects such as Clone Wars. I think that was very nice to see, if that they've had brief cameos. Another thing I've really enjoyed is just these interactions. For example, Luke Skywalker from episode 6 interacting with Rey, or Palpatine from episode 6 interacting with Kylo Ren from episode 8. Is just really nice to see these different characters at different time periods interacting between each other and the conversations. Of course, this is a kid's thing, so, you know, the conversations won't be as good as if they were written for a more mature audience, but they're still very nice to see, and it's clear the writers really wanted to do this. And just the idea of time travel in Star Wars. Of course, time travel does exist in Star Wars through the World Between Worlds that was introduced in Star Wars Rebels, but this short doesn't really take any time to explain the World Between Worlds. It doesn't care about the World Between Worlds. It creates its own method, which is basically that there's this crystal, you spin around and you go anywhere you want. Very simple premise, but it's understandable. This special, after all, is only 50 minutes, so they really have to tie it all up in a package. Speaking of, other things that I liked is just what leads to, I guess. I mean, the scenes are very nice, and the best scenes are, of course, Rey time traveling through the different Star Wars movies, and then as more characters follow her, it all ends on all of them arriving on Tatooine and having this huge brawl between all the different characters from all the different projects. Another great scene is the throne room scene from Return of the Jedi. The final act of this holiday special is just the episode 6 final battle, but Rey and Kylo Ren are both there fighting on different sides, eventually all of it ending with Vader defeating the Emperor, and the best part of the special happens when the Emperor gets this Ebenezer Scrooge treatment where he realizes that he's basically been an a-hole to everyone around the galaxy and he's gonna change, which is also reminiscing of the old Robot Chicken short that they've done for Palpatine also falling in the elevator shaft and realizing that maybe this wasn't the right way to go. I love little things like that, as it just shows that the writers really went obscure for the references and things like that. There are, of course, other references, such as the blue milk with Luke, or all the hello there's. There's even the Mandalorian cameo, which is very surprising, as the Mandalorian released, of course, in 2019 December. That's where that show finished. And then this special came out in like October 2020. So what I think is, there is no like dialogue scenes in the Mandalorian part. There's only like Grogu doing his things and they're saying like, oh, how cute. So what I think is that they've added that scene after the Mandalorian blew up so much. As you can see, the animation is not the best in that particular scene. It's better, far better in the other parts of the special. But what about the animation itself? The animation is very nice. It's like the cutscenes in the Skywalker Saga, for example, except less detailed, as the backgrounds aren't from LEGO. They are computer generated, but that's fine. I mean, this special was probably very cheap to produce, and all of the money went on the voice actors. Speaking of the voice actors, as I've mentioned, there are many voice actors returning from Clone Wars and things like that, but the best character, in my opinion, the entire special has to be Palpatine. His interactions with Vader are amazing. This duo are the best duo in all of the Star Wars specials. If you don't know, LEGO also made a special for the summer vacation, which released this year, this June, and they've also released last year a special for Halloween. The Halloween is definitely the weakest special, but the summer special was great, and again, Vader and Palpatine were great in that one too, which just shows that they are the best characters in the LEGO-verse, let's call it. So yeah, all in all, I think the Star Wars Holiday Special doesn't really have many negatives. It's really interesting how they got so many obscure references, such as Life Day itself and Chewie's family from Kashyyyk, which is the same one as in the original holiday special. And of course, none of this is canon, but I guess some parts could be canon, so maybe Chewbacca actually has that family, like in the holiday special. Maybe that's canon, I don't know. It all depends on what the writers do with this information. But I just think this is a really neat package, and if you want something Star Warsy for Christmas, I think this is a great way to watch something Star Warsy on Christmas, as it's only 50 minutes, minus all the intros and the end credits. It's like 45, so it's less than an hour. It's really fun. It has some great jokes, some great reference to all of the Star Wars lore that has been constructed over the last 45 years, and I just definitely recommend it. So if you want something Star Warsy for Christmas, definitely experience it. After 2 years, it's still really funny, it's still really great, and it's a great time, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll catch you guys later. Bye, and Merry Christmas.